I'm Anlene Taljaard and I'm in the Department of Theology and Ethics. I'm teaching the module Theology in Context, and this is a module that helps us to speak about who God is. We are joining the ecumenical church in answering this question, because if we think about Jesus who asked his disciples, "Say who I am," that is really a question that we need to address. And we do this in this module by looking at the Doctrine of God. And it's very exciting because we first look at the Old Testament and the New Testament to say to us who God is. And then we join the ecumenical church discussion around who God is, and we see that we learn that God is one being and three persons, and at the same time He's a relational God. So we learn about the being of God and the actions of God towards us. And it's in these actions of God towards us that we get to know God as a personalized God. We further then learn through the history of the churches that many argue for the fact that God reveals Himself through and in Jesus Christ, and that the Holy Spirit witnessed to us that we belong to God. In that sense, we learn in this course that God is a God of here and now. And this is where it is a bit challenging, because we have paradigms in our context, and we try to use our paradigms to say who God is, where the invitation is actually that we need to understand God's paradigms, and we need to speak this language of faith, explaining who God is. So during this course we are challenged with God who is the Holy Other, and at the same time God who is near and with us, in solidarity with us. And between understanding that God is more, that He transcends our worlds and our paradigms and our contexts and our understandings, and that God is also with us, we learn that there is a real deep question that we need to answer. And that is, how do we confess God today in our various contexts? So we also look in this course at how other churches has done this, and some in difficult times, in times of injustices, they spoke up and they challenged people to love their neighbors and to live with compassion towards one another. And during this time, the church relies on their understanding of who God is. So during this course you will learn how churches engages with speech about God, the God who is with us, in us and for us, and at the same time ask what is the relevance thereof for our context today. And it's exciting because we are joining a conversation with other churches, and we learn the vocabulary to broaden our horizons in speech about God. So in the end, it opens up a window so that we can live with more compassion and love towards ourselves and our neighbors. And that is what the course is about. Welcome.